Have you ever wished your weekly newsletter could just write itself? I mean, what if you could get back all those hours of work by setting up a dedicated team to do it all for you? Well, today, we're going to build that team, and it's going to be made entirely out of AI.
Oh man, if you run a newsletter, you know this feeling. You know it deep in your bones. It's that Sunday night feeling, the blinking cursor on a blank page, that pressure to find something brilliant to say all over again. It is a relentless weekly grind.
Exactly. You're always hunting for new ideas, then you have to actually sit down and write the thing, and then you're stuck fiddling with layouts and formatting. It's like having a whole second job, right?
But what if, and hear me out, what if you could just fire yourself from that second job? Imagine handing off the entire process to a specialized AI editorial team, turning that whole chaotic mess into one single automated workflow. Now, this isn't science fiction anymore. It's exactly what we're going to walk through right now.
All right, let's meet the new hires. Now, here's the secret sauce. We're not using one giant do-it-all AI. No, the real power, the magic, comes from breaking the job down into specialized roles, just like a real human editorial team.
So this approach is called a multi-agent AI system. And the idea is pretty simple. Instead of one AI trying to be a jack of all trades, we have a whole team of experts. Each AI agent gets one and only one specific job to do. And because it only has that one job, it gets really, really good at it. That focus is the absolute key to getting a high-quality result at the end.
Our team has 4 key players, and they work together like a well-oiled production line. First up, you've got the researcher, who goes out and finds all the raw intel. They pass it over to the planner, who's like the architect, creating the blueprint. Then, the writer takes that plan and turns it into prose. And finally, the editor comes in and gives everything that final professional polish.
So let's see how this whole production line actually kicks off. It all begins, as you'd expect, in the research phase. This is where we gather our raw materials.
The entire thing sparks to life from just a single high-level topic. For our example today, let's go with AI adoption for small businesses. This simple phrase becomes the North Star for the whole operation.
And just like that, our first agent, the researcher, springs into action. It has one single mission: to scan the internet and pull the top 3 most relevant, most recent articles on our topic from the past week. It's not a writer, it's not a strategist, it's a pure information-gathering machine.
And this is super important. The researcher doesn't try to do anything else. Once it has those 3 articles, its job is done. It just hands them off to the next specialist on the assembly line, the planning agent.
Now the planner takes the baton. You can think of this agent as the editor-in-chief. Its job is to read and actually understand the research and then map out the entire newsletter. It comes up with a catchy title and then breaks the whole thing down into 3 distinct, compelling topics.
And look at this. This is the kind of output we get. The planner doesn't just pass along a bunch of links. It creates a clean, structured plan. We get a sharp title, like From Gap to Growth, and 3 really focused topics. This blueprint is what ensures the final newsletter is organized and actually makes sense.
Okay, so our blueprint is locked and loaded. Now it's time to actually write the thing. And this is where the system gets really, really efficient.
This is where the automation magic really happens. The system doesn't just work on the topics one by one. Nope. It takes the planner's 3 topics and splits the job into 3 parallel tasks. That means all 3 sections are being researched and written at the exact same time. Talk about efficiency.
And to make that parallel processing work, we spin up a brand new agent for each topic, a dedicated section writer. So we don't just have one writer, we instantly have a team of 3, and each one is completely focused on nailing their single assigned topic.
And these writers have to follow a very strict set of rules. Each one is told, you write only your assigned section, you have to include a heading, you have to cite your sources, and, this is critical, you are forbidden from writing a general intro or conclusion. This hyperspecialization is what prevents overlap and makes sure the final pieces are clean, predictable, and ready to be assembled.
Okay, our 3 writers have all turned in their drafts. Now it's time for the final step, putting all the pieces together and turning them into a polished final product. So the first thing that happens is that those 3 separate parallel streams we created now merge back into one. We're just combining the work from our team of section writers into a single, cohesive draft. And now, the final specialist on the team steps in to carry it over the finish line. The editor agent gets the combined text. Its mission?
add that missing intro and conclusion, and give it that final layer of professional polish. But this editor does way more than just fix typos. I mean, look at this. It's turning raw text into clean, web-ready HTML. It's smart enough to add heading tags, bold key phrases for emphasis, and it even turns the source citations into clickable links. This is the step that transforms a plain text doc into a professional, ready-to-publish newsletter. It's awesome.
So after all that specialized work from our entire AI team, the researching, the planning, the parallel writing, the final editing, we are left with just one thing.
A single high-quality draft. It's fully researched, perfectly structured, well-written, and already formatted. An entire week's worth of newsletter work done in minutes, just waiting for you to give it one last look before you hit send. You know, this whole process really shows the power of breaking a big, complex problem down into smaller jobs for specialized AIs. And it's not just about newsletters, right? So the real question to think about is, what other complicated workflows in your life could you automate by building an AI team of your very own?